Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at Minster High School where the Fort Loramie Redskins take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Schwieterman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, Cy Schwieterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Associates of Southwest Ohio, Kogi Plumbing, NKT Productions, NKTelco Sports, and First National Bank all bring you tonight's game between Fort Loramie and Minster. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Ron Cruzy. We've got playoff football here from Minster at Minster's Memorial Field, and these two teams, rivals to begin with. They started the season way back in late August, and it was a Minster 20-0 win over Fort Loramie. Wildcats, they come into the playoffs streaking with 3 straight wins to put them in. Fort Loramie, on their hand, 6 straight wins, and what should be an interesting first-round matchup here in Ohio High School Athletic Association playoffs.
Yeah, Fort Loramie comes in at 8-2 on the season, 7-1 in the cross-county conference. They're basically a running team. They're led by Mike Hoing, a 5'10", 200-pound senior, 1,037 yards on the season, and he averages 103 yards a game, and he has 23 touchdowns for the Redskins. For Minster, they come in to the game with a 6-4 record, 4-4 in the MAC. They're led by Jared Hilsman, and he does it all for the Wildcats. He's the only player in Minster history to compile 1,000 yards rushing and passing in a single season. Not only has he done it this year, he did it also in 2016.
So we've got a great matchup. Minster and Fort Loramie renewing their rivalry on the gridiron here at Minster. We'll return here on NKTelco Sports with tonight's opening kickoff.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Minster and Fort Loramie square off here at Minster as we're waiting for the Wildcats to come onto the home field. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me, Ron Cruzy. Minster leads this series with Fort Loramie with an 11-4. The last 2 playoff meetings, the Wildcats have also won in 2011 and 2015, and they won the last 5 meetings by an average score of a 31-7 margin, thanks to stats from Bruce Monin, Minster statistician. And You know, Ron, one thing, you take a look at this game and you look at the turnover factor that Minster has had is they won their last 3, moved into the playoffs, but they truly do have an amazing stat when it comes to turnovers.
Yeah, they sure do. They're a plus 16 in a turnover margin, and that plus 16 leads the MAC. The nearest team to them has only 8, so they've doubled the second place team in the turnover ratio. So if it comes down to turnovers, you'd have to give Minster the advantage here tonight.
And, you know, one thing we always talk about, Jared Hillsman, who's on the verge of, some incredible offensive statistics for the Wildcats. But those of you that were at the first game of the season, Minster and Fort Loramie, even though it was a 20-0 shutout, it was some great defensive plays by Hillsman. And also, on that side of the football, Hillsman has had a pretty good season for the Wildcats, too.
Yes, he has. And when you look at the two teams, Fort Loramie is a rushing team, 278 yards a game, whereas Minster averages 160. But the difference is Minster's more balanced in the passing area. They pass for 149 yards a game, so 160 yards rushing, 149 yards passing. That's pretty even. For the Redskins, it's 278 rushing, 66 passing. And Minster can play either way, as we saw last week against Anna in the rain. Minster did not attempt to pass the whole game. They just ran it the whole night, and they did a good job of it.
Fort Loramie, they're 8-2 overall. They moved into a new conference this season. As we said, they've got, I believe, 6 straight wins coming into tonight. Their 2 losses, Minster and Miami East, 2 very, very strong football teams.
Right, Miami East won the cross-county conference. And for Minster, you know, you look at Jared Hillsman, he's going to rush, he's going to pass, he's going to do it all for Minster, but don't relax on Isaac Smeezing. He's a good running back, too, for Minster.
And Isaac is the one that's going to tee it up for the Wildcats as we're set for high school football playoff action from Minster. Isaac Schmeezing, Wildcats in their black with orange trim uniforms, and Schmeezing will kick it off, and this game is underway. That'll be picked up by Brandewee. Nick will bring it up to about the 26-yard line. So Fort Loramie will have it 1st and 10. Football at their own 26-yard line as Brandewee, 6'1", 185-pound sophomore, on the return. And you take a look at the Fort Loramie offense, as we said, rushing is their primary way of moving the football, and they've got a great running back in Mike Hoing, who's rushed for over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he comes into the game averaging 6.5 yards a carry.
They'll go to the right side. That looks like Carter Mesher, number 21, who's also had a fine season for Fort Loramie as well.
Yeah, Mesher's a 5'10", 168-pound junior, 793 yards on the year, 12 touchdowns, averages 79 yards a game.
It'll be 2nd down and 5. First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 11.5 to go, opening quarter of football. On a nice evening here in early November. Siegel will call the signals. Handoff goes to Hoing. He'll pick up about 2-3 yards. Reithman in on the stop. We'll call it 3rd down and 3. So our first big 3rd down play of tonight's game is looking us in the face. One receiver to the short side, Siegel. He'll call the signals. It's going to go Mesher to the right side. He'll work his way. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down.
That time Minster had 8 guys in the box. They know they're going to run, so they're stacking the line of scrimmage to stop the rush.
And it's going to be a 1st down for Fort Loramie. Football will rest at the 35-yard line as Mesher gets just enough for the first down. Siegel. That'll be Hoing again. He'll power his way straight ahead. Hoing will pick up about 2 yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 8.
If you're going to run for 270 yards a game, not only do you need a good running back like they do have in Hoing, but you need a very good offensive line also.
Fort Loramie, good size on that offensive line. In motion. They'll go right side, though, as Hoing, but he's going to be run into by a host of Wildcats. Number 34, that's August Bainline, one of the top defenders for the Wildcats. There you see number 34, Bainline, with the big play.
So it's 3rd and 10, so normally this would be a passing situation. We'll see once what the Redskins come up with.
Yeah, interesting 3rd down call. Coach Whitpark sends in the play. Hoing is going to come out of the game. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left. They'll go to the right side. It's Mesher out of the Wildcat. And he will go nowhere.
So that's a little telling right there, 3rd and 10, and they're still going to run it. So
Bainline in on the stop. They gained about 3 yards, so it's going to be 4th down and 7. Blake Holthouse, number 24, the sophomore, will punt it for Fort Loramie. He's standing at the 25-yard line. Good snap. Kick is away. It'll bound at the 33 and take a nice roll inside the Minster 20, where the Wildcats will have it at about the 17. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Minster.
Got a nice roll out of that. The ball must have rolled 15 yards, and it never came up for the high hop for Minster to stop the advancement of the ball.
Wildcats 6-4 overall in the season, winners of their last 3 MAC contests. Garen Stokes talks to his team, and the offensive unit for Minster takes the field. Hillsman, he'll go to the right side. Not much room there. Like number 12 for Fort Loramie, Nathan Ratterman.
Last week they started the first 2 plays off with Smeezing coming off the left tackle.
Pickup of a yard by Hillsman.
So just about a half a yard gain.
Needs another yard to move up in the Minster career rushing statistics. I think with that carry, he should move into 3rd place, I believe, Ron.
Yeah, it puts him, Ty Parks is 1st and Brian Wolf is 2nd, and he just passed Jeff Stuckey.
Hillsman rolls to his left. Pass is complete. Austin Brown with the catch. 6'3" sophomore receiver has the Wildcats on the move, and it's a 1st down. Nice, well-conceived play there. Hillsman rolls out to his right side and completes the pass to Brown at 6'3".
That's pretty much the difference right there between the 2 teams. Fort Loramie 3rd and 10, they run the ball, and Minster comes out 3rd down and gets the 1st down passing.
1st and 10, Hillsman. He'll handle it. He'll go to Schmeezing. He'll go off the left side. Moves to about the 33-yard line. Call it 2nd down and possibly 6 there for Minster.
Minster's in their no huddle offense, they just go right to the line of scrimmage, get the play from the bench, and away they go. They like the up-tempo.
And we'll call it a 5-yard pickup and make it 2nd down and 5. Bainline is off to the right side as him and Hillsman converse. Hillsman's going to throw it. Tipped away by number 32 for Fort Loramie. Cody Barhorst, senior linebacker, tipped it. There you see Cody, number 32, and that brings up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he had Lemgool open out there on the left side. Just pass was tipped.
Hillsman's going up the middle. He's got running room, cross midfield. It's a foot race now. Hillsman cuts inside at the 5 and finally brought down. What a nice run by Hillsman.
A lot of hand fighting all the way down the field for Hillsman. He won the first battle. The second battle, he ended up getting tackled.
Just picked his way through the middle, and it turned into a foot race suddenly. What a run by Hillsman.
They get to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
1st and goal for Minster, on the verge of a score. First quarter play, Schmiesing will get the carry. He'll go to about the 2-yard line. So now,
second goal from the 2.
2nd down and goal, football resting at the 2. Take a look at that play again. Hillsman right through the center. Nice stiff arm. Boy, what a run.
He's in.
Schmiesing with the score. 5:21 to go on the First National Bank first scoreboard, and Minster has scored first in this game against rival Fort Loramie. Schmiesing with the 2-yard run. He'll try the extra point. Jacob Hoing will hold. He's number 13. There you see Schmiesing. Snap is good. The hold is good.
Kick is
but
wide.
It's wide.
5:21 to go.
5:21 to go in the opening quarter play. Our score, Minster 6, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll be back right after this.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
Take another look at the touchdown run by Schmiesing. Nice pitch. Ran into the end zone, goes Schmiesing. Well executed play there by Minster.
And they ran that play a lot, I think, last week against Thana with Schmiesing going off to the left side of the line there. Nice blocking by the offensive line, open up a big hole for Schmiesing.
And the Wildcats are up 6-0. Schmiesing will kick it off.
Number 1, Ty Parks is an assistant for his dad Whit on the Fort Loramie side. The top 3 rushers in Minster history are in the stadium.
There you see the Wildcats special teams.
Okay, Schmiesing will kick off. That missed PAT. It is 6-0.
Just a nice drive there by Minster to start the game. One big pass play, and of course the big run by Hillsman. Sets up the Schmiesing run. Kick is away. Good kick. It's going to bound into the end zone. And touchback will put the football at the 20. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Fort Loramie. One thing you mentioned earlier, Ron, is a little bit of diversity in the Minster offense. The one pass play, which picked up a big 3rd down conversion, and that's Something I think Fort Laramie eventually is going to have to throw the ball just a little bit to make that running game effective.
Yeah, especially if they get behind any more than what they are right now.
Mesher, he'll go to the right side. And
off the 21, Carter Mesher.
If you're a rushing team, you want to play ahead most of the game, because if you get down, 14 or 20 points, it's hard for a rushing team to come back and get back into the lead.
Out of the shotgun, in motion is Mesher. Siegel will keep it, and he'll move forward. Be just short of the first down, or rather Nick Brandewy, number 4 in the lineup.
But for right now, they need to stick with their game plan and just keep pounding away. Hopefully for the Redskins, they can break somebody open through the line.
Number 22, Austin Siegel, will come back into the lineup for Fort Laramie.
The other thing a good rushing game gives you is it keeps the other team's offense off the field.
It's going to be Mesher trying to go around the corner, but boy, I'll tell you, Minster's defense reads it. It's going to be just, looks like he's just short of the first down.
Austin Brown on the tackle.
Once again, number 14, Austin Brown, in on the stop. Brown in on the last couple of tackles for Minster. So it's 4th down and 1. And
24, Blake Holdhouse, the punt.
Number 24, Blake Holdhouse, will have his second punt of the night. Kick is away. High punt. It's going to bounce at about the 45 of Minster and roll to about the 40, to about the 37. So it'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats, and not too bad a field position for Minster again.
Yeah, they're going to have good field position for the second time. So far, Loramie has not been able to flip the field.
WOSN.TV/live. Also, NKTelco Sports and sponsors are pleased to bring you replays.
There you see the Wildcats offense.
Channel 503.
Onto the field.
Game will be replayed at 11 o'clock.
Hillsman, he'll be the lone back in the Minster backfield. Looks to his right side, short pass. It'll be Schmeezing. He'll dive forward to about the 40-yard line, so that's a 3-yard pickup. That'll make it 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, a little bubble screen there out to Schmeezing. He has 26 receptions. That's his 27th reception of the year. Averages 25 yards receiving per game.
Brandewy with the stop for Fort Laramie. 2:55 to go. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Minster 6, Fort Laramie nothing. Football at the 40-yard line. Hillsman, he'll go to the left side. Cuts up front across the 45 near midfield. A gain of almost 10 yards
that
by
time
the Minster quarterback.
Yeah, that time he looked left. He drew the defense over to the left, and then he pulled it down real quick and took off. Basically, he created his own hole there.
1st and 10 for Minster. 2.5 to go here in the first quarter. Minster on the move again. Hillsman's going to throw it downfield.
He's got him.
It's complete. That's Brown, and he will be just shy of the end zone. Austin Brown. What a fine pass play. What a 2 different fakes, and boy, had his man beat by a step or 2, and he put it right on there. And nice job by Austin Brown. Let's look at this beautiful play again.
Very nice piece of ball handling there. And hit him right on stride. Brown's a 6'3", 175-pound sophomore.
Hillsman trying to find the end zone.
He's got it.
Touchdown, Minster, with 1:57 to go in the first quarter.
1-yard carry for the Wildcat touchdown.
That makes it 12-0. Cody Frericks, number 85, will snap it. Hoing will hold it, and Schmeezing will kick it. Let's see if they have a better result this time. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up. This time it's good, and Minster makes it 13-0 over Fort Loramie with 1:57 to go in the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Will return right after this.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me, and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
There you see the Minster cheerleaders. A lot to cheer about so far here in the first quarter as the Wildcats, Ron, very impressive in 2 offensive drives.
And they've done it a long run in the first drive. The second drive is a long pass to Brown. So they've done it both ways. And that creates a problem for the Loramie defense when you don't know, you don't know whether to stop the run, stop the pass. Like I said before, Minster is very well balanced.
Schmeezing will kick it off. This time the Redskins will return it across the 25 to about the 28-yard line.
So it's almost like we've seen this before. Fort Loramie gets the ball around the 20, 25-yard line. See if they can move the ball now on the ground and get a couple first downs together and get the field position flopped.
1st and 10, Fort Loramie. And, of course, the Minster defense has also done the job as well. Going to throw it. Pass goes to Hoing, and he'll move it upfield and should be near the first down. Looks like he got the first down as Hoing makes the catch. Take a look at this one again. There you see Siegel. Drops back, looking for Hoing all the way. Boy, he paid the price, too.
Just got rid of that in time. Austin Siegel, 6'3", 200-pound senior.
He's not a little quarterback either.
No,
wow.
He's not. 41 of 75 passing the ball, 70 yards a game, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Minster defense got to it. Well, he got it off in time as Hoing will carry it forward for about 3 yards. A lot of pressure on Siegel on that throwing play, but Hoing will pick up 3, and it's 2nd down and 7 for Fort Loramie as the football rests at the 44 as Fort Loramie tries to get into Minster territory for the first time tonight.
Yeah, passes like that will loosen up the defense a little bit. They were putting 8 guys in the box before.
Fumble. Siegel will pick it up and try and run with it, but all sorts of defenders there. Number 85, Cody Frericks. Max Springer also in on the stop.
So now they're faced with a 3rd
August
and 9.
Main line. So it's 3rd down, and we'll call it 8. They'll fake the handoff. He drops back. He's under pressure. Downfield it goes.
Yeah, there's the flag.
Interference call.
Waited for the flag. It almost had to be one. Boy, Siegel's got a strong arm. He threw that ball on a line.
So that big penalty will go against Minster on an interference call.
And that'll put Loramie in the on the other side of the 50 for the first time in the ball game.
Interference on the Wildcat, 15-yard penalty. That'll be a first down.
So Fort Loramie going to the air, and it gets them into Minster territory. They'll spot that football at about the 43-yard line. Just 8 seconds left here in the first quarter on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Minster with a 13-0 lead as Fort Loramie tries to move the football. Hoing still on his feet. Nice run by Mike Hoing. Powerful runner for the Redskins, and Hoing picks up another first down. And
that time it was a direct snap to Hoing. Instead of snapped it back to the quarterback, Siegel, they snapped it right directly to Hoing. He didn't waste any time getting through the
That's going to end the first quarter of football. Minster 13, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll return right after this.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Fort Loramie has the football, looking at a 13-0 deficit as we start the second quarter. And what do you think the Redskins have to do here, Ron?
Well, I think they have to keep up what they've been doing this possession, is mixing in a couple passes and loosening up the defense a little bit. That'll open up the running game.
And good defense there by the Wildcats. Brandewee with the stop for the Wildcats.
Nice tackle by number 50, Anthony Bainline.
Or rather, Anthony Bainline, number 50, as Brandewee, the quarterback, with the run. They throw Brandewee in there every once in a while. You think it's Siegel, but it's actually number 4, Nick Brandewee, a sophomore, and he's calling the signals right now. There's the snap. It looks like it goes to Hoing. Not much yardage there.
Yeah, Brandewee's a 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. He's thrown for 171 yards this year. 1 touchdown.
Looked like Reithman and Prenger in on the stop that time for Minster. So sets up a 3rd down and 9. Football at the 25. Clock counting down on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's see how Fort Loramie lines up. Brandewee is going to throw for the end zone, but it's going to be picked off. On the return,
Intercepted by number 3, Alex Lemcool.
Lemcool with the interception, Alex Lemcool. Let's take another look at this one. You'll see Porter Brandewee to the throws it downfield, and boy, just hesitated just a second. And that's all you needed for the defender for Minster to make the play. As Brandewee, the lefty, rolled to the Fort Loramie sideline, made the pass, a strong pass, but just hesitated for just a second. And boy, that was all that Lemcool needed. And Alex with yet another interception on the season. He's had, 7 passes broken up this year. Kind of scurrying to see how many interceptions he's had this year.
He's had 3 interceptions, so that's his 4th interception of the year.
4th interception of the year is Hillsman. He'll go to the right side, and boy, a big turnover. This time it's Fort Loramie.
Yeah, now you wonder if Siegel's hurt why he wasn't in the ball game.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. There you see Hillsman and Schmeezing. Schmeezing will go to his right side. Jared Hillsman, big, strong quarterback. Hands off to Schmeezing. Quickly up the field.
Schmeezing's
open.
Gone.
It's a foot race. Schmeezing is going to go all the way for a touchdown.
Schmeezing takes it to the house.
That is going to be a 73-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown run for Isaac Schmeezing.
Isaac Schmeezing. Boy, I thought for a moment the last Fort Loramie defender might have a shot at him, but
he actually slid. I think he was trying to trip him. The way it looked, that was Carter Mesher for Loramie, and he didn't dive. He slid, and he came up short.
And Schmeezing motors all the way into the end zone, and that's got a buzz here on the Minster side of the field as a beautiful run by Schmeezing as we've got the extra point attempt coming up by Schmeezing as well. Kick is up. Schmeezing knocks it home, and boy, thanks to Isaac Schmeezing's big run, Minster now leads 20-0 over Fort Loramie. We'll return right after this.
We'd also like to wish good luck to the Fort Loramie cross.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
20-0, Minster now with a big lead, and boy, it just changes so quickly. It looked like Fort Loramie was making some progress on offense and moving the football. They turn it over, and just like that, a 73-yard touchdown run by Schmeezing has them looking at a 3-touchdown difference.
Yeah, Isaac Schmeezing's going to be tired pretty soon. He's doing the kicking off, point after touchdowns. He's running for 73 yards. He's gonna be winded here pretty soon, you'd think.
Here comes the kickoff.
He showed off his speed there on that one.
Boy, he did. Oh, slipped on a fall, and boy, there's not much you can do about that.
Nope.
Mesher will go down at about the 5-6 yard line. So, boy, things go from bad to worse for Fort Loramie.
Yeah, Mesher stops the ball, takes off, and his foot slips, and down he goes.
Ball be spotted at the 7-yard line.
So the field advantage is going to flip to Minster here unless Fort Loramie can do some damage here.
Let's see who's in there now.
Siegel's back in there, quarterback. In motion is Mesher. He'll get the football and evades one tackler, and he's upfield and gets Fort Loramie a little bit of running room here.
Knocked out of bounds by number 13, Jacob Hoing.
Pretty good run there. He picked up about 7 yards, the way it looks.
Gain of 7.
2nd down and 3. 9:47 to go as the clock stops as he stepped out of bounds. Siegel.
This is what we talked about. If they're going to run the ball and put on a long drive, that's going to take a lot of time off the clock. And, you know, that's the way they play. So.
Not much yardage there with Hoing. And
tempers flare a little bit.
A little extra pushing or so. No gain on the play. That'll make it 3rd down and 3 again for Fort Loramie.
Still 3rd and 3.
Siegel, there you see him in the huddle. Hoing will be in the backfield. It'll be Hoing, and not much running room there. Number 50, Anthony Bainline with the stop. Bainline, a 5'11", 165 senior. Right there for the Wildcats. Now it's 4th down, and we'll call it 6, and they're going to have to punt.
Minster should get the ball in good field position again.
Yeah, Schmeezing standing at the 41 of Fort Loramie to field the punt.
And that's where he catches it.
Where he's going to catch it and do a fair catch. And boy, Minster's going to have great position again. Football resting right at that 41-yard line.
So it's time for the Redskin defense to come alive here. They need a stop, and they need one now.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Cy Schwederman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Kogi Plumbing, Minster Bank, Schwederman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, NKT Productions, and NKTelco Sports. I'll bring you tonight's game. Hillsman's going to throw it. He has a receiver.
I think that was Alex Lemcool. That time, Hillsman faked the run to Schmeezing, and naturally the Redskins are going to bite on that. And he just faded back then and threw a bullet there to Lemcool. Lemcool's a 6 foot, 175-pound senior.
Lemcool will come to the left side along with Brown. This time Hillsman's going to run it. He'll get to about the hard to say. That's marked at about the 14. Let's take another look at this one. As you see, Hillsman keep the football.
Somebody threw a nice block there. That was Lemcool, number 3. Threw a nice block there for Hillsman.
Nice defensive play there by Nick Brandewie for Fort Loramie. Handoff Schmeezing inside the 10. He'll fall forward to about the 8-yard line.
And if he breaks that tackle, he's in the end zone.
Just a matter of time right now. Football will rest at the 9-yard line. Hillsman. Schmeezing inside the, gets to the 5 and gets pushed back, but has the first down.
Yeah, they were in 4-down territory there. There's no way they were going to kick a field goal on 4th down if he didn't make it.
Minster 20, Fort Loramie nothing on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 7:03 to go, first half of football. Hillsman, touchdown. Boy, what a fake. Great fake to Schmeezing, but Hillsman, just a beautiful fake and run. And the Wildcats are now up 26-0. Extra point coming up by Schmeezing. Snap by Frericks, a hold. Hoing. Kick doesn't make it. So 6:53 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Minster 26, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll return after this.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us!
Say we were just talking, the winner of this game here tonight will play the winner of the Crestview Ansonia game, and of course Crestview right now up on Ansonia, so and right now with Minster up on Fort Loramie, the prospects of a Minster Crestview contest are very possible, even though there's a lot of time left in this game with 6:53 to go in the first half. There you see Smeezing, he'll kick it away, and just about the only thing the Wildcats haven't done right is a couple of extra points.
His leg is probably tired.
It probably is. Mesher is going to field it at the 1. He's going to bring it back. Boom. Some good special teams play there. Anthony Bainline, number 50.
Well, now we'll see how long Fort Loramie sticks with their game plan here. You know, when do you pull the plug and start throwing the ball, something they don't normally do.
Well, somehow they've just got to get some kind of a momentum going on offense. And, you know, they got it, like you said earlier, it's got to be just a little bit of a balance in this because Minster's a very good defensive team, as you see Hoing going straight ahead. And while Hoing's a big, strong runner that's had over 1,000 yards.
He's going up against 2 or 3 Wildcat tacklers just about every run he makes.
So no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Football at the Fort Loramie 16, and you're really battling field position if you don't move it a little bit. Wildcats are, you know, if this is a 4 and out, the Wildcats are going to get great field position again with lots of time to score again here in the first half of play. Left side goes Mesher.
He lost a yard.
No gain there.
So here we are again, 3rd and long for the Redskins, exactly what they didn't want.
Difficult position for Fort Loramie.
Tackle by number 85, Cody Frericks. Also number 13.
So it's 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11.
The football now is at the 15. Brandewie will come back into the lineup at quarterback. Snap will go to the Fort Loramie running back, and
short gain by Hoing.
Mike Hoing gains a couple, but that's it. And
that time the direct snap wasn't successful.
So that means that once again, Fort Loramie will need to punt the football.
We have Smeezing standing on about the 46.
It's about a 5-yard difference than the last time. So let's see what the Holthouse kick brings. He'll field it and he'll return it. He's at the 45 and he'll push forward to the 44 where Fort Loramie will, host of defenders will make the tackle.
Good coverage there by Fort Loramie. Mesher caught it, or Smeezing caught it and looked up, and there's 5 Redskins staring him right in the face.
So the football will be at the 45, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Minster as the Wildcat offense takes the field. And just a powerful performance here by Minster so far in the first half with 4:31 to go. Hillsman out of the shotgun. Smeezing at the 40. Cuts it upfield to the 35, and he'll go across the 30.
He got some extra yardage there, probably another 5 yards or so. He used his right arm to fight off the defender.
See Schmazing coming upfield.
More or less slapped
Stiff arm. Cole Mesher with the tackle. And a palm in the helmet. 1st and 10. Football now to 25. Hillsman. He's going to throw it down the middle, wide open. Touchdown, Minster. That's number 85, Cody Frericks at 6'6". The big junior makes the catch and finds the end zone. And that makes it 32-0. Extra point kick coming up. Boy, what a beautiful play, Ron.
Oh, it was. They do a lot of real nice play action passing.
They just pull the defense in. You think they're going to run it. And then the pass goes to one of those tall receivers and accurately thrown. Kick is up, and it's good. Minster, 33, Fort Loramie, nothing. 9:17 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. We'll return to Minster right after this.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Minster with a commanding lead here as you see some of the young Minster fans. 4:17 to go. The Minster sideline up 33-0.
Everything's going right for the Wildcats. They're using the run. They were successful with the running game. That sets up the passing game, so they go to the play action. And perfect passes by Ilsman, and everything's working for them.
And once again, Isaac Schmazing will kick it away. Low line drive, and it's going to bound to about the 12. Here comes the return for Fort Loramie. Brandowie, he'll try and get it across the 25.
Now the Redskins find themselves in real trouble here, because if they go into the second half down by 30 or more, the clock is going to keep running, and your running game is going to hurt you time-wise, because you won't be able to stop the clock. And also, if they pass, the clock is going to run. So it's a real down situation for them.
Mesher in motion. Siegel's going to throw it. Pass for Mesher, and it's completed.
That was a real nice pass there. That's to
and with the Mesher,
21 Mesher, yeah. Yep. He came in the game with 10 receptions for 100 yards. So if my math is right, that would be a 10-yard average per reception.
Very good, Ron.
Thank you.
Clock counting under 4 minutes. Siegel got all the time in the world.
He's open.
Wide open receiver, and they'll make the catch. Number 32 for. That goes to Cody Barhorst.
They're going to call it back. There's a flag for holding. Oh, my.
Beautiful pass from Siegel to Barhorst. Boy, Barhorst was wide open, wasn't he?
That was exactly what they needed right there. Siegel to Barhorst, but the holding penalty is going to negate it all.
There you see the official for tonight's game. It's going to be remain first down, but the football will go all the way back to the 34-yard line. And boy, big penalty there as it costs Fort Loramie some valuable yards.
And we talked about how everything is going well for the Wildcats. Right there, that's a big negative for the Redskins.
Two receivers right. Siegel drops back to throw it. Over the middle, pass is complete. That's Hoing with the catch.
That was close to holding again. Wasn't called.
Bainline with the tackle, number 50, a linebacker for the Wildcats.
Tell you with Siegel, you know, being 6'3", 200 pounds, you know, he drops back in the pocket. He can see a lot of things back there. Got a strong arm.
Hoing will be in the backfield next to Siegel. Siegel will take the snap. He'll roll to his left under a little bit of pressure.
Oh.
Pass is tipped, and it's going to be incomplete.
Boy, was Siegel drilled right when he threw that ball. Came up probably shorter than what he wanted. Minster defender mistimed his jump. Tipped it. Came very close to a reception.
So it'll make it third down, 13, 2:32 to go as the clock stops.
So this is the biggest play of the game so far for Fort Loramie. 3rd and 13.
Yeah, they need to pick up some yards, that's for sure.
They need a first down desperately.
Here comes the snap. Siegel at the Hoing. Hoing across midfield, got the first down.
Nice play there by Fort Loramie. Hoing made a really nice catch over there. One-handed that ball, pulled it in, picked up the first down.
First down for Fort Loramie, and they continue this drive, trying to get into that end zone before the half as they trail 33-0 with 2:10 to go. Mesher in motion. Siegel. Passes picked off across midfield and out of bounds.
That time Siegel had to throw it before he wanted to. Minster came with a blitz on the left side, and Siegel unloaded it, but the receiver really didn't know it was coming yet. But the defender for Minster saw it, picked it off.
Number 12, Mike Kettner with the interception. Just waiting on the pass. As Kettner, you see with the return, knocked out of bounds there by number 20, Nolan Holthouse. And
so we'll see what Minster does here with 1 minute and 58 seconds left. If they want to go in the locker room 33-0, or if they just want to put this thing away at the end of the first half.
Well, you know, if they stick to the ground, they've been moving the football, rushing it as well. Hillsman, he's going to throw it. Here comes the pressure.
He's got him.
Pass is caught by Schmeezing, and the football will go inside the 20 to the 15. And
well, that
fights forward.
That answers that question.
Yeah, clock's not running yet, is it?
No.
I think that's what the answer was. Boy,
yeah.
Nice catch by Schmeezing.
He just doesn't go down on the first contact.
Boy, you can just see Minster just building that confidence for another playoff drive.
There's the replay.
Take a look at this again.
An empty backfield.
Just swings him out. Wow. Schmeezing again. He'll pick up a few more yards, but clock is counting down with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go.
Schmeezing has become a big part of this offense in the last couple of weeks. Last week against Anna, he had a big part of the game.
Schmeezing will go slot left. Clock is approaching 1 minute to go. Schmeezing in motion, fakes the handoff. Hillsman.
Oh,
pass incomplete.
Right off his fingertips.
Brown couldn't hang on to it that time. It's incomplete.
For the Redskins. 3rd and 8.
So 3rd and 8, you'd think this is also 4-down territory for Minster.
3rd down and 8. Only 55 seconds remain as you see the Fort Loramie sideline. Hillsman for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Brown. As
pass was just too low for Brown to come up with.
Mesher on the defense, but yep, a little bit low, and it's setting up 4th down and 8.
So a big play here coming up for the Redskin defense.
Wildcats look to the sideline. Signal comes in. Hillsman's going to throw.
Got him.
Touchdown, Wildcats.
Touchdown, Minster. That's number 85, Cody Frericks. The big junior with a 2nd touchdown catch of the night. And it's 39-0. And it's a stunned Fort Loramie crowd. And a jubilant Minster home crowd as they go for the extra point.
Raising on for the extra point.
Snap is good, kick is up, and it's good. So the Wildcats go up 40-0 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard over Fort Loramie. 49 seconds left in the half. We'll return after this.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of this high school football game on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Friday, November the 3rd at 12 p.m. and Monday, November the 6th at 8 p.m. And you can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. And once again, Isaac Schmeezing will kick it off, and hard to believe it's 40-0 here as we approach halftime.
Yeah, now with 49 seconds to go, and just a squib kick.
TJ Billy, number 44. It's a squib kick.
The Fort Loramie will have the football.
Yeah, Fort Loramie got to go in the locker room just wondering, what just happened out there.
Yeah, quite a stunning first half, really. I mean, Minster did defeat Fort Loramie in the very, very first game of the season, but I don't think anybody was expecting it to be quite this easy. Handoff, they'll pick up a yard or two. That's Hoing with the football.
Check that 32, Cody Barhorst on carry. Tackled by number 34.
Make that Barhorst with the carry, number 32. Clock approaching 20 seconds to go here in the half.
Would expect Minster to drop back. Yeah, their safety's dropping back now.
Had to be the longest last 4 minutes of a quarter for Fort Loramie they've had all year. Seagulls going for it all. Pass will bound incomplete with 2 seconds on the clock. And all sorts of Minster defenders there.
They just threw it up, hoping maybe for a reception there and get another play before halftime with a chance to score, or maybe an interference call. Didn't get either.
2 seconds left on the clock. There you see the Minster scoreboard. This will go to Hoing. Yard or so, and that's the end of the first half of play here from Minster. Our score, the Minster Wildcats 40, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll return right after this.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
Here at Minster, the Wildcats with a commanding 40-0 lead over Fort Loramie. I'm Dave Helmstetter, alongside me Ron Cruzy, and taking a look at the first half stats. I think everybody, it maybe isn't surprising that Minster has the lead. I think the dominance that they have shown here in the first half is surprising and perhaps a little bit stunning.
Yeah, and we're going to give you a stat that probably a lot of people will think it's wrong, but it's right. First down, Fort Loramie 6, Minster 11. Rushing wise, 21 rushes for Fort Loramie, 46 yards. Minster 15 rushes, 203 yards. Passing, Fort Loramie 4 of 8, 2 interceptions. Minster 8 out of 11. Total offense, 358 yards for Minster and 98 yards for Fort Loramie. Here comes the stat that kind of blows your mind here a little bit. Put time of possession, Fort Loramie 21 minutes and 57 seconds. Minster 8 minutes and 3 seconds. And they have a 40-0 lead. So, you know, that pretty much
tells you a lot.
That's a weird stat. Minster scoring quickly is what that means, and they're scoring often. So Fort Loramie has their hands full here in the second half. Not only down 40 points, you got to make that up somehow, but you're going to have to do it with a running clock.
Yeah, and even if, well, the Wildcats will get the football to start the second half, and you know, do you think to start the second half that Fort Loramie would try an onside kick?
I
just thinking out loud here a little bit.
I guess it could happen. Try to turn the tide a little bit.
Well, C.J. Billing, number 44, is going to kick off. See what happens. Kicks a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds.
I think he wanted to kick that long, but he just hit the side of the ball.
Goes out of bounds at about the 32.
Wildcats will take over first and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Looked like maybe a couple of my drives there. You swing hard.
Oh, you shanked it, Ron. That's what happened on that.
I don't like that word.
Shanked it, yeah.
I do not like that word.
Yeah.
Left guard, Dan Becker. At center, number 67, Dustin Frerick.
He's gonna.
At right guard, number
Looks like he's going to start a whole different
number 75,
offensive set here for the Wildcats. So there's a handoff, and it will go across the 40 and up to about the 43. Number 22, we got to do a recheck on numbers here. Number 22 is Alex Schmidtmeyer, and the quarterback is number 12, Mike Kettner, who had an interception in the first half. Kettner will start at quarterback.
Schmidtmeyer's a 5'10", 155-pound sophomore.
So
hasn't seen a whole lot of action. 72 yards total for the year.
Kettner will hand off to Schmidtmeyer, and he'll go around the right end, and it's going to get into Fort Loramie territory.
That's good. You get the subs in there and play a half of football in the playoffs, and it prevents any starters from getting an injury that would be unneeded right now.
There you see number 4, Nick Brandewee for Fort Loramie, defensive back. So Kettner, Mike Kettner, if the quarterback, he'll take the snap. Schmeezing will fumble it at midfield, scramble, and Fort Loramie's going to get the possession. That's number 44 with the recovery. That's C.J. Billing.
Mix up there on the handoff, and that's something you don't see out of Minster is a turnover.
Not very many this season. We talked about that at the start of the game. As handoff goes astray, and Billing with the recovery, and Fort Loramie's offense will have probably their best field position to start a drive as Siegel. He'll drop back. It's going down the middle. Pass is tipped, and it's going to go incomplete. Pass was intended for number 2, Devin Weirman.
Yeah, nice coverage there by Isaac Schmeezing. Pretty much had position on the football, and it was just over his fingertips. But I think he probably did end up tipping that ball.
Second down and 10. As you can see, the clock on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard counting down. Third quarter action, second down and 10. Siegel. Pass is completed.
Austin Siegel complete to number 2, Devin Werman.
Number 20 with the catch. That's Nolan Holthouse. Take a look at this one more time. Fake to Hoing. Siegel. And the catch by Holthouse. As number 14, Austin Brown, in on the stop for Minster. Makes it first and 10 football now at the Minster 37. Siegel straight back, under pressure. Over the middle, it'll be incomplete.
Now he's just driving back and throwing it, but that's what he's got to do if they're going to get back into the game. They're not going to get back just running the ball up the middle.
There you see Bainline, August Bainline, Augie, number 34. Dominating performance by Minster here tonight. Siegel. He's going to go the short pass to Hoing. Hoing is at the 35, now at the 30. He'll go inside to about the 29.
Tackled by Augie Bainline for the Wildcats.
Gain of about 8.
Now 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2.
Inside the 30-yard line.
I think Hillsman, he's not on the defensive side of the ball right now. They do have some starters in there, but I'm not sure how many. But I noticed Hillsman is not on the defensive side.
Siegel. This will be Brandewey, I believe.
Nick Brandewey on the carry.
Not much of a gain there, and it's going to bring up that 4th down.
A couple of the numbers I have seen is number 3, Alex Lemkool, still in there, and Isaac Smeezing is still in the defensive backfield.
Number 25, Jack Hyperink with the tackle that time. Fourth down and 2. Brandewey. And they're going to call that procedure or timeout. Got a timeout, Fort Loramie. We'll take a break. Our score, Minster 40, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll be back right after this.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
Fort Loramie takes the timeout. Aaron Stokes, Minster's head coach, shouting instructions out to his squad. Fourth and 2. Big play for Fort Loramie. Brandewey, he'll go left side. He's under pressure, and he's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete.
Good pressure there by the Wildcats, not giving him enough time to find somebody, and then when he unloaded it, it was short and low for the receiver.
So Minster will take over football at their own 29-yard line.
I'm sure there's some talk going on to protect the football. With a 40-point lead, you don't necessarily want to turn it over. Too many turnovers, obviously, would be a way for the Redskins to get back in it. But as we said, they have a plus 16 turnover ratio. Tonight they would be a +1.
It's a snap, the handoff to the right side. It's going to be a pickup of a couple of yards there for Alex Schmidtmeyer.
Nick Brandewey with another tackle for the Redskins.
Kettner at quarterback. He's number 12.
One nice thing about the running clock, you know, obviously this would be on the Minster side of things, but even if they want to throw the ball, you know, with the second unit, they're not going to stop the clock by an incompletion. The clock would keep running.
This will be Kettner. He'll keep it. He'll power forward to about the 38-yard line. Be just a little bit short of the first down, but a nice run by Kettner.
Number 2, Devin Borman. Number 4, Nick Brandewey for the Redskins.
Whereas before you had a running clock, you know, in this situation, you want to run the ball, good sportsmanship that way, you know, keep the clock running. But it didn't do your second team any good that way because they were handcuffed, so to speak, and just running the ball. They couldn't throw the ball, and the running clock enables them to do everything.
Third down at about a yard. Snap to Kettner, handoff Schmidtmeyer. Straight ahead he goes. First down Minster across the 40. Go back to 42. And got a penalty flag flying in there.
Flag came down from the defensive backfield.
That'll be face mask against the Redskins.
Face mask is the call, and it will go against Fort Loramie. Take a look at this one again. You see the handoff and see Schmidtmeyer. Oh, yeah.
And there it is.
Oh, yeah.
First and 10 Wildcats.
Definitely see it on the replay.
Devin Wehrman with the face mask penalty.
So it's 1st and 10. Now the football is going to be marked at the 47.
Not something he wanted to do. I think he just reached out there and it was in his hand.
Kettner with the football. Again, it goes to Schmidtmeyer. He goes to the right side, powers forward across the 50-yard line. Fort Loramie says, hey, we got the football, but officials say it's down.
Gain is 2, 2nd and 8.
Ball is spotted right at midfield. 2nd down and 7. Minster gets the play from the sidelines. Be Schmidtmeyer again.
Schmidtmeyer on the carry.
That's up about a yard.
Yeah, that's one difference we're seeing here in the 3rd quarter than we saw in the first half. First half, Minster is very up tempo, getting the snap off. Never had to worry about the shot clock. Here we are.
Yep.
Yeah. The play
it's your
clock.
turn to do that.
But now they're taking their time. Still no huddle. They're getting the signals from the sideline, but they're running the clock down now. The clock's down to 11 or 12.
3rd down and 6. Taking that shot clock right down, Ron.
Yeah.
Pass over the middle is incomplete.
Yeah.
See, I told you, you put it in my mind and it's all over.
Well, it won't be long. We'll be talking about the shot clock.
That's right. 4th down and 6. That means Minster will need to punt it away.
Yeah. This is the Wildcats' first punt of the ball game.
Schmeezing will kick it away as he stands at the Minster 37-yard line.
And time-wise, that was probably Minster's longest drive of the ball game.
Snap is good. Kick is away. It's a beauty. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Boy, Schmeezing's had quite a day for himself.
Yeah.
Beautiful kick.
He rejuvenated the leg during halftime. That kick took a left-hand bounce, went out of bounds right at the 5-yard line.
So Fort Loramie, with only 12 seconds left in the First National Bank Think First scoreboard here in the 3rd quarter, will have it with the football at the 5.
This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter, if they get it off.
Here's the snap. It looks like Hoing trying to battle forward. Boy, just a host of Wildcat defenders swarm to the football. That's it for the 3rd quarter. A score, Minster 40, Fort Loramie nothing. We'll be back right after this.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers to families with the pitter-patter of little feet to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Minster with the big lead, and boy, the 3rd quarter with that clock moving very, very quickly.
Very fast. Each team had 2 possessions. I think.
There you see some of the folks here tonight at Minster.
And one possession for Minster was just a missed handoff right away.
Right. Their only turnover in that quarter, we saw their only turnover and their only punt.
Yeah, and their longest drive.
And their longest time-wise. They didn't score. Let's see what Fort Laramie can do. I'm sure the Redskins would like to get on the scoreboard. This time it's Brandowy, and he's got some running room across midfield. Nick Brandowy will cut inside, and a host of Minster tacklers catch up with him, but what a nice gain by Brandowy.
Tackled by number 15, Jacob Niemeyer, but it'll be first and 10 Redskins.
That's the biggest play of the night for Fort Laramie, and
Brandowy got the corner.
New Wildcats on defense, number 72, Craig Monin, 74, Clayton Purvis.
And there, I think we see some new numbers out there for
Jacob Niemeyer
for the Wildcats in the defensive backfield anyway.
Jacob Niemeyer, number 15, really with the tackle that time. Number 12, Mike Kettner with support there and the angle. Here come the Redskins. Coming to the left side is Hoing, still on his feet. He'll move to about the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10-yard line.
And Mike Hoing picks up some good yardage that time.
Number 7, Alec Huber.
They'll mark that on, boy, just about the 11-yard line.
Now it's Alec Huber that brought him down, 5'8" senior for the Wildcats.
First and 10 for Fort Laramie. Brandowy, who goes to the right side. Gets inside the 5-yard line. Tackle there by number 55, Jeremy Kaufman. And number 36 also in on the stop, Gabe Phillips.
Phillips, 6-foot sophomore.
Also for the Wildcats, number 55, Jeremy Kaufman.
Brandowy going to the right side. Looking for the end zone. He's in. Nick Brandowy gets Fort Laramie's first score in the fourth quarter with 9:40 to play in this one. And the Redskins are on the board. And Redskins will go for the extra point, but they're going to have a
no
kicker.
He was changing his shoe, I think.
And onto the field.
The holder is ready to get the ball, and he looked around there. The kicker isn't there.
Billing will kick the extra point. Snap is there. Kick is up. Through the uprights. And our score, Minster 40. Fort Laramie 7, 9:40 to go. We'll be back right after this.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpaug, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
9:40 to play in this one on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Minster 40 and Fort Laramie 7. As there you see the Redskins ready to kick it off. Bittmeyer and Schmeezing are back deep for Minster. They're standing just inside the 20-yard line. So let's see what Fort Laramie does on this kick. Last one was a short kick as Billing, number 44, will do the honors here after Fort Laramie's first touchdown of the night. Short kick, it'll bounce And Minster will have it. Smeezing will have it.
Officials thought
Knee
his
down.
knee was down when he picked the football up.
About the 15-yard line.
Obviously, he didn't think it was down. He took off running.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Minster at the 15. So
Ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Cy Schwieterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Kogi Plumbing, Minster Bank, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, NKT Productions, and NKTelco Sports bring you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie. Replays of tonight's game. Oh, the snap there is back into the end zone, and it's loose. And let's see who has it. It looks like Kettner will fall on it, and that's going to be a safety. That'll be a safety. Boy, that's about as unusual a play as you will see. Almost a Fort Loramie touchdown as number 44, C.J. Billing, almost came whip with it. So the safety makes it 40-9, and that means that Minster will punt it away. Let's take another look at this one. Snap is just out of the hands of Kettner. There's the scramble. He tries to fall on it, but then loses the ball. Unfortunately, finds it again.
So now the Wildcats are going to have to punt the ball to the Redskins, and who just drove the ball right down the field their last possession.
So it's 40-9, and Minster will punt the football, and I think that's going to be Isaac Smeezing will get the honors to do so. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Friday, November 3rd at 12 p.m. and Monday, November the 6th at 8 p.m. And you can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net.
So the Redskin defense comes up with 2 points.
Smeezing will punt it. Isaac, pretty good punter.
So you have a choice here. You can kick it off the tee if you want. It's a free kick.
Free kick is going to bounce at the 47. And Brandewie will bring it up all the way across the 45 of Minster. And Fort Loramie will have great field position here as the clock continues to move. Of course, if Fort Loramie scores this time, then the clock stops.
That's correct.
Ball being spotted at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Laramie.
Right now, the clock will keep running until they do score.
Comes the rush to the right side, still on his feet.
And they're going to
headed for the end zone. Touchdown. Fort Loramie with 6:15 to go.
Touchdown run by number 3, Max Hoing.
Number 3, Max Hoing, just came into the game. A freshman running back finds the end zone.
Hoing, a 5'8", 170-pound freshman.
Hoing with the touchdown, and the clock stops at 6:13.
Got through the right side of the offensive line and nothing but green ahead of him.
Kind of a unusual set of circumstances with the safety. Then the short punt on the free kick. And then an instant touchdown almost as Billing will kick the extra point. He boots it through, and our score. Minster 40, Fort Loramie 16. We'll return right after this.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
You know, they'll kick off here, and they've been doing short kicks, but Hoing has a very nice run there for the freshman.
Yeah, it's good to get him in the ball game, and it's a good experience for him. And he comes up with a nice run there, and hopefully that'll get him excited, you know, for next year.
Into the Wildcats.
Billing will kick it off, and the last 2 times he's kicked have been short kicks.
22, Alex Schmidtmeyer, number 38, Brock Miller.
Brock Miller and Alex Schmidtmeyer are standing at about the 15 for Minster, and that's just about where Billing has placed the football here.
Yeah, the second unit for the Wildcats.
This is a quick kick, and the ball is loose, but Minster should fall on it. And they should have good field position.
Number 72, Craig Monin.
Number 72, Craig Monin with the recovery.
Craig Monin, 5'9", 160-pound sophomore for the Wildcats.
So that means Minster will get the football. Let's see if the Wildcats can put a drive together here and finish out the last 6:08 to play.
I think they'd like to see this unit come out there and not have a turnover. They had a fumble and then a snap that got through to the quarterback. It looked like a catchable snap.
Jacob Niemeyer now in a quarterback for the Wildcats.
Niemeyer is in a quarterback.
That's Jacob Niemeyer, 5'10" sophomore.
Number 15, there's handoff to Schmidtmeyer. Or Brock Miller now in the game. That's Brock's number 38. He'll go straight ahead. He's 5'10" junior, 170-pound running back. As Minster has another set of players in the game.
So right now it's important for the Wildcats just to run the ball, because if they pass it, the clock is going to stop. They don't want that. 2nd and 9, so I would think they're just going to try to keep it on the ground.
Football to 37. Niemeyer, number 15. He'll take the snap. Niemeyer will keep it. Fort Laramie reads it. Tackle there by number 3. I think that was Max Hoing on defense.
Yeah, one good thing they did there, they snapped that ball right with 1 second left on the play clock.
In the line of number 23, Jay Pranger.
3rd down and 9.
So Ben Whitaker in, as well as number 29, A.J. Hypien.
More substitutes for Minster. Niemeyer gets the play.
Play clock down to 5.
Just in time. Be Miller. It's going to go to about the 40.
Hand off to Brock Miller will bring up 4th down for the Wildcats.
4th down and 4th down at about 6. So that means Schmeezing will be on board to punt it away.
Werman and Messer back for the Redskins. Awaiting the punt.
So Fort Laramie will get the football again as we go under 4 minutes left in this one. Snap, and the punt is away. Werman doesn't go very far. Bainline with the tackle.
Minster got way too many guys out there on the field.
They're rolling the substitutes in, aren't they?
Yeah, they.
Football's at the 37. Clock stops at 3:33. And
at first, I thought maybe they changed the rules. They had like 14 or 15 guys out there.
Right side is, I think that's Brandewie.
I'm sure it looked like that to the Redskins in the first half.
Yeah. That's number 3, Max Hoing. Lots of substitutes here for both squads. But you look back on this one, and it was a very impressive first half of football for Minster. You look at the offensive total yardage and all those things, and the passing that Hillsman provided. It was just a great first half of football, and we're really just playing the string out here for the last third and fourth quarters. And these two coaches, you know, Minster's got a lot of different kids in the ball game and all sorts of stuff like that. It's, you know, lots of substitutes have been going on, and there's a penalty that will go against Minster, to the delight of the hometown crowd.
They're not too happy with that, but that's about the only thing they can not be happy about.
Hoing will go to the right side, still on his feet.
He's
into
gone.
the territory. He's going to find the end zone, and Hoing, there's a tackle, but he's in the end zone.
Good for him. You know,
Hoing, boy, I'll tell you what.
They're not giving up. They just keep right on going.
He's gets the touchdown, but he's limping. Off the field he'll go. But what another fine run by Max Hoing, number 3.
He got quite a few yards here in the fourth quarter.
Hoing will come back into the lineup. (40-22) is our score. 2:27 to play. Brandewie will be the quarterback as Fort Loramie goes for 2. He's going to throw it, and pass is completed by number 32, or number 32, Cody Barhorst. So the 2-point conversion is good. And Fort Loramie creeps to within 16 at 40-24 with 2:27 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Fort Loramie will kick it off. They've crept to within 16 points here in the second half, but curious as to what Fort Loramie will try on this particular kick.
Yeah, you look at an onside kick here. They recover it. Another long run by Hoing.
And bingo.
8-point game.
Let's see what C.J. Billing does. And the ball, Smeezing will cover it up.
Who else, huh? Had to be Isaac Smeezing.
Smeezing, yeah.
He's going to get it.
He's going to find the ball, he's going to catch it, and he's going to cover it up.
Yeah, enough of this, he says.
He has it, and Minster will have a first down at the at their own 45-yard line. So there you see Nick Brandowy. Let's see what Minster's offense has in store. Jacob Niemeyer, number 15 at quarterback, and Brock Miller, number 38 in the backfield for the Wildcats, who have substituted freely here in the second half. Miller, he'll go straight ahead.
Brock Miller, a couple yards ahead. He's met by number 40, Mario Giozzi.
So that'll be we'll call it about a 2-yard gain. Let's make it 2nd down and 8.
There's an official's timeout.
Official's timeout. They got to reset the clock, I think. The 25-second clock.
The referee escorted a player from Fort Loramie off the field.
Niemeyer will take the football here in a moment. Clock at 1:30 to go. Miller, he'll go to the left side, and he'll be stopped there and loses the football.
There you go.
Recovered by the Fort Loramie.
Fort Loramie's going to get the football with 1:19 to go, and 2 turnovers here in the second half. Take a look at this again. Not low snap and all sorts of problems on this one for Minster.
Good hit by the Redskins, forced that fumble. I'm not sure he ever really had a good handle.
No, I don't think so. I think the handoff
football
wasn't the best in the world. And 40-24, 1:17 to go in this one. They're going to throw it. Brandowy down the middle. Pass is going to be incomplete. Stops the clock at 1:09 to play in this one.
Not sure if he overthrew it or underthrew it. He had 2 receivers out there and fell right between them.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 10. Brandowy takes the snap. It's a fumble. Loose football. He'll fall on it at midfield, and kind of a scramble there for the ball. And Fort Loramie will have it at midfield. Take a look at it again. Loose ball. There you see him fall on it, and then the scramble, and
came up with the leg, and that's what Minster was upset about.
That can be quite challenging. We'll keep it right here and remind you that tonight's game is being brought to you by Cy Schwieterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Kogi Plumbing, Minster Bank, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, NKT Productions, and NKTelco Sports bring you tonight's game between Minster and Fort Loramie. NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503, Friday, November the 3rd, tonight at midnight, and on Monday, November the 6th at 8 p.m. You can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. Incomplete pass. And the Redskins, with 40 seconds, will have another play. They need 20 for a first down.
So barring a 21-yard gain here, this will be Fort Loramie's last offensive play of the ball game.
That'll be Siegel back in the game.
There's a penalty in the backfield.
Siegel with the pass, and We haven't seen much of Austin here in the
We got
second half.
Defensive holding in the backfield.
Holding on Minster.
So that's Siegel just tossed that one downfield.
Yeah. So that shoots my barring a 20-yard gain.
That's correct. It did.
It's gonna be
a penalty could do it too.
Yeah.
High school, that is just a 10-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
So it's fourth down.
Fourth and
10
now.
10. Interesting second half, that's for sure. Here, going long, Siegel, and it's going to be incomplete.
He batted that down. That's a good idea. On fourth down, you're going to get the ball back to where the line of scrimmage was. So many times you see people intercept the ball, and they forget the down.
So that means Minster will take it over at the 40-yard line, and one more play, and this one should be history. They'll take the knee, and that's going to be it here in Minster. Our score, Minster 40, Fort Loramie 24. We'll be back with a recap right after this.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
I happened to pivot wrong and hurt my knee. I ended up tearing my ACL. It hit me pretty hard because I love playing lacrosse. I met my surgeon and he made me feel confident about being able to get back into playing lacrosse. They always just took such good care of me and they really were confident in what they were doing, which made me feel confident that I would be able to get back to playing lacrosse.
Back here at Minster, the Wildcats enjoy a 40-24 win over Fort Loramie to advance in the high school football playoffs, and 40-0 was the score at halftime, and Fort Loramie put some points on the board in the fourth quarter, but the statistics are definitely in favor of the Wildcats.
Yeah, for the whole game. First downs, Fort Loramie had 13, Minster had 13. Rushing wise, Fort Loramie rushed the ball 32 times for 237 yards. Most of that in the fourth quarter. Minster rushed the ball for 29 times for 219 yards. Passing-wise, 6 of 16 for Fort Loramie, 2 interceptions. Minster, 8 of 12, no interceptions. Net passing yards, Fort Loramie 73, Minster 155. Total offense, 310 yards for Fort Loramie, 374 yards for Minster, and they had, I think it was 358 at halftime. Penalties, 2 penalties for Fort Laramie for 16 yards, 2 penalties for Minster, 25 yards. Time of possession, 24 minutes and 18 seconds for Fort Laramie, 23 minutes and 42 seconds for Minster. So that kind of evened out after the first half there. So that totals up the final score: Minster 40 and Fort Laramie 24.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Cy Schwieterman, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Orthopedic Institute of Southwest Ohio, Kogi Plumbing, Minster Bank, Schwieterman's Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, NKT Productions, and NKTelco Sports. Also, we don't want to forget our player of the game, brought to you by NKTelco, where they'll get a T-shirt, and for the visiting Fort Laramie Redskins, our player of the game, a freshman, Max Hoing. And Ron, Max had an outstanding game, or all sorts of yardage here in that last quarter.
Yeah, he had 4 rushes for 107 yards.
So a nice effort by Max, and he's our player of the game for the Minster Wildcats, who really dominated through the first half with 40-0. Our player of the game is Isaac Schmiezing, and Isaac also had some good numbers as well.
He had 7 carries for 110 yards for the Wildcats, and did, good job punting the ball, and overall very good game, and really on defense too. He had a good game.
NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school football on Channel 3, on HD, on Channel 503, Friday, November the 3rd at 12 p.m., Monday, November the 6th at 8 p.m., and you can also watch the games on demand at nktelco.net. We'd also like to thank our crew tonight in the van: Scott Robinson and Isaac Sell. On the cameras tonight, Jeff Henshin, Bryce Hamrick, and Daniel Allen. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and alongside me is Ron Cruzy. Once again, our final score from Minster: the Wildcats 40, Fort Laramie 24.